The Anne of Green Gables reimagining from the streaming giant is anything but twee, and the second season will fill your heart with even more joy than the first outing. For those unfamiliar with Anne with an E, the show takes its cue from Canadian author Lucy Maud Montgomery's beloved 1908 novel, with Emmy-winning writer Moira Walley-Beckett serving as creator on the series. Not so much an adaptation, Anne with an E is set at the turn of the 20th century and takes the characters and themes from the books but gives the whole thing a contemporary feel. Feminism and women's rights ran through the first season, all seen through the eyes of a resolutely optimistic young teenager. Season 1 was a surprisingly tough watch at times, with painful flashbacks to Anne Shirley Cuthbert's, played by Amy Beth McNulty, past involving child abuse and bullying. Rape was even touched upon, while not by name. It was subtly woven into the story through the euphemistic petting the mouse as Anne recounted an incident involving her former employer and her husband. While the themes can be difficult and grown up for its young aunts, it's done in such a way that it's never inappropriate or shoehorned in. As always, these moments of darkness were countered by Anne's joie de vivre and dogged determination to remain happy. Anne with an E Season 2 release date, cast, trailer. Uploaded was a careful line that Walley-Beckett managed to tread in Season 1 and is the reason why a story from 1908 is still relevant over a century later while keeping the drama within its PG-rated parameters. Despite the darkness, Season 2 feels much lighter, perhaps to reflect Anne's new life with the Cuthberts, and picks up a year after the last episode. There are flashbacks, but they feel much less traumatic than the gritty scenes of the debut run. Season 2 is expansive as multiple storylines are introduced, including Gilbert Blythe's Lucas Jade Zuman travels. Fans will remember, the local teen heartthrob and Anne's school friend left the sweeping landscapes of Prince Edward Island after his father's death in a bid to see the world. The story strand is significant as Anne with an E boldly tackles racism through the introduction of its first Afro-Caribbean character in the form of Degrassi alumni Dalmor Abuzade as Gilbert's friend and fellowship worker Sebastian. Through their friendship, Walley-Beckett addresses slavery and racism head-on, and she's not afraid to address the prejudices that would have existed at the time. How to watch Anne with an E Season 2. Online gender inequality, prejudice and class are again explored further as Anne strives to be treated by the same standards as her male peers, ripping up the rule book that she has to live by and the expectations of society. There is enough for both the adults and the children in the aunts without any detriment to the quality of the rich and vibrant storytelling. McNulty is once again fabulous as Anne. She portrays her boundless energy and enthusiasm so naturally. But she also reflects a difference in the character. Anne has moved on so much from where she was in Season 1, and she continues to do so in the second run, which is longer with 10 episodes instead of 7. In fact, all the young cast are great and you really invest in them, cheering them to succeed and fulfill their dreams from your sofa. They are definitely ones to watch out for in the future. Whereas Anne with an E Season 2 filmed. Special mention goes to young star Ryan Cara Armstrong as the mischievous Mary Min Mayberry, the younger sister of Diana, Delilah Bella, who can have you in stitches or on the verge of tears. Anne with an E, which is a co-production between Netflix and Canadian broadcaster CBC, doesn't scrimp on the aesthetic either. This is a gorgeous-looking show with shots of the sheer beauty of Canada and Prince Edward Island. You'll be booking your tickets after Season 2. Such is the appeal and portrayal of this part of Canada. There is so much to love about Anne with an E, from the script to the cast to the cinematic feel. For those of a more cynical disposition, give the series a go. It's a hidden gem on Netflix and proves to be surprisingly engaging watch, even for grown-ups. Anne with an E Season 2 is released on Netflix on July 6.